if the third house lord is conjunct with Jupiter, this is a very, very good energy where the person can be somebody who is an advisor, consultant, guide, wherever they work. So this is a person who is very wise in how they work. First of all, they will also bring in that wisdom orientation in their communication. They may say that I understand what these challenges are, I have experienced this earlier, in an earlier situation this is what happened. So they will bring in their experiences into their vocabulary also, into their communication also. Or they may bring up something that they learned, something that they have read up, something that they have not only experienced but also been heard from some other experts, from other gurus. That's how they will put forward, and that's how they will sell their wares, that's how they will sell their ideas. Because I heard this from somebody who himself or herself is very competent, they are the leader of the business, they know what they are talking about, they are experts, so you better listen. Or I have already experienced this, I've already gone through it, so I know what I mean, so let's do this way. So that's how they bring in, that's what their communication style is also. And because they seem to be very learned, they seem to be very competent, generally they are listened to and their advice is also followed. Same thing they do when they work with their bosses. They will suggest things to them, they will advise how things should be done rather than telling this is how we should be doing. So the way they communicate will be, boss, I suggest we look at this, I advise that we look at this, we should be looking at this before we go ahead, I think this makes better sense, I think this is wiser, I think with this we will experience better gains. So this is their communication that the third house lord conjunct with Jupiter will also bring in. If they want to do something of their own, generally there will be teachers, guides, advisors, consultants who are telling you what to do rather than actually doing it. And these are people who will generally procrastinate 10,000 years before they decide what they want to do. So before they get into, they will think a lot. Should I really do this? Let me look up information whether this will be successful. Let me talk to other people who are experts. Let me talk to people who have already been successful in this. So after a lot of thought process, talking to this person, talking to that person, going into the market, collecting data, or after all of that, then they'll still think through before they go ahead and do something. And so because teaching, advising, guiding comes easy to them, it is natural for them, they end up doing this. Many of the YouTubers, even like me, though I don't have Jupiter in the third house, they have some connection with the third house. They will have third house very, very strongly in some way getting connected to Jupiter, especially if it's in a consulting, guiding, advising work or an expertise that they bring into their work, to their business. Or they may have Mercury maybe. So if the third house lord is conjunct with Jupiter, keep in mind that sometimes it may be other end of the spectrum where procrastination may not work for you. So if you have third house lord with Jupiter, conjunct with Jupiter, and if you want to do your business, keep this in mind, go with a lot of energy, use your Martian energy to get success. And that is the effect of the third house lord conjunct with Jupiter.